the draw, but it only comes as long as a win comes with it for Fabiano, right? And so we'll put our attention onto this board as the first moves come out.
Previously, Fabi had been meeting knight f3s and d4s with the king's Indian defense. With the move knight f3, Fabi said no more king's Indian defense, no knight f6, knight f6, g6 ideas. But with the move c7, c5, what is very interesting is he was inviting an open Sicilian. Magnus, would you like to play an open Sicilian? Nope, said Magnus, I will play an English with c4, and now we see g7, g6 on the board, d2, d4 takes, knight c6, and with the move e2, e4, we are in the Maroczy bind.
Yes, this Maroczy bind territory. Generally speaking, white has a bit of a spatial edge, but can't necessarily do much with it. You have to be really cagey and careful and try to improve your position, because those two pawns sitting on c4 and e4, they bind black from being able to play the move d5 in any way, and that is the challenge that black will face, as white will have a spatial advantage, but black doesn't have any weaknesses to really target in the short term anyway.
I had asked Ulf Andersson, Grandmaster from Sweden, what's wrong with this position for black, and Ulf had this amazing insight into chess, a very, very different insight than my own. And he said, d5 squares too weak. That's it. I mean, he didn't say what you were just saying, the pawn weaknesses and, who's king. And no. He just said that white's control over d5, the d5 square was too weak. Bishop e3. Okay. Magnus is ready to pull back his queen and force the trade of bishop to h6. Fabi says, yeah, this has all been played before. I know this variation inside and out. Let's go. And by the way, did he just have some experience on the white side of it against Hikaru?
Suffered a little bit, in fact. Despite having that bind, he was the one who suffered. Black does want to see pieces come off the board, because if you have pieces off the board, then the bind is not as constraining, because there are no pieces to constrain, or to bind, if you will. Right. So that is something that he would like to see. White, on the other hand, will take this slowly, and look at Fabi play the
5a4.
Well, the idea behind this is that, okay, first of all, there is the, so to speak, majority. It's not quite the majority yet. There's a pawn on d6, but he's giving himself the a5 square for his queen. So the question is, in this position, is where's a good square for your queen? You put the pawn back on a7. It's not intuitively obvious. Should the queen go to d7? Should it hang out in the center? But with the move a4, he's looking at queen a5. Now, from white's point of view, white wondering, should I be playing for b2, b3? Should I be playing rook b1 and playing for a queenside attack? Or, conversely, should I be playing f4 and f5 and potentially playing for a kingside attack with bishop h6? marches king right up the board.
Amazing. He lost control.
What technique.
He lost control for a little bit, but then he just took back over.
For but a moment, he lost control, and it was when Fabi took that stab back into the game, but it wasn't enough. Brought him to equal for a short period of time.
E5. I think he'll rue that moment, will Fabi. I'm looking at king d4. You're just making a beeline towards that c pawn. So
The B pawn.
the
Beeline to the B pawn.
Thank you. There you go. A beeline to the b pawn, and
It's over.
by the way, pause to mention the other game was a draw. We thought Gukesh was pushing that one.
Which has effectively knocked those two players out.
We talk about it.
They needed to win
Draws,
games.
draws do not help those two competitors. King
Bobby desperate for a draw here, but this is all Magnus.
e6. With this move, Magnus is preparing rook c7 check, driving the king back. Do we have rook check and rook g7? I think that's the simplest. b7 is probably a winning king and pawn endgame.
Oh, he
as
can
well.
even the king and pawn ending. Disaster.
There it is.
There it is. b7.
One away from queening.
So what do we need? King and pawn endgame. Rook b1, rook b5. Trade rooks. King to c7. King to c5. And Magnus will go after the g6 pawn. Now he gets to save, and that's the game. Wow. Well done, Magnus. Well, day one was world champion Gukesh. Day two was U.S. champion Fabiano. Day three,
So far,
world's number one, Magnus Carlsen.
continues to lead the pack.
Three